Hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and hedges. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. Okay, the name of this one is The Friendship of the World is Enmity with God. The friendship of the world is enmity with God. That God being Yahweh, which is his name. Okay, and that word enmity basically going into enemy. Okay, hostility, against someone. And in this case, the Lord, man, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. Okay, this lesson, I'll keep it short and sweet to the point. I was in line as I mentioned in my previous lesson. I do DoorDash, and I was in line to pay something off. I think I was in CVS, and it's like a little after midnight too, man. On top of that, so I was surprised to hear the voice of a child behind me with her mother at that time, especially around where I was. But nonetheless, I'm minding my own business. But Caucasian, man, Edomites, they tend to talk nice and loud. You know what I mean? I mean, we're loud too, our people. But sometimes Esau wants you to hear what they talking about. So this, young child, she was probably like 9, 10 the most. You know what I mean? She's having a conversation with her mother. I perceive that was her mother. And in the conversation, at one point, the little girl says, when I grow up, I'm not having kids because they're expensive. And I forget exactly what else she said. That was like another reason. I forget right now, man. I remembered it earlier. Lord's will come back to me, but that's actually what stuck with me the most, though, man. Because I was like, what do you know about expenses? Expense. Budgeting money, value. At that age, and don't get me wrong, a lot of parents do well by teaching their children the value of money. Okay, but how does that child know or is even thinking about how having a child, right, in the future could be some type of expense? I mean, no doubt, they buy her things, right? When we were all young, our parents will buy things for us also that either we needed or needed to wear, right, or food or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I as I'm in the line, I do one of those that you kind of look back with a smile, and the mom, smiles at me, and I turn back and I'm about to pay, but it's just the whole time I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? It really stuck with me, man. And like as to why this little girl's even thinking about that, like what, she's not in a school bus or at school talking to her friends about this, and I doubt, even though these teachers are bugged out, man, and teaching all types of crazy shit to the children, but I doubt that a teacher was probably speaking to her about that, you know what I mean? Because, that could weigh on a child's mind too, as far as like, am I an expense? Am I a burden to my parents? But so to me, it had to be someone else that's close to the family. And as I'm walking away, after I paid, right, and I'm almost by the door, they're already like a good 15 feet behind me. I'm hearing the mom say, "Oh, were you talking to so and so? I forget the name of the person. It doesn't really matter." She's asking her, were you talking to so and so? Because I think, thinking about it, when she asked her that, I'm thinking in my mind, because by that time I already walked out the doors, I'm thinking to myself like that whoever she is talking to, whoever the mother just mentioned, is who's putting that in her mind. And I think the mom said, "Are you talking, or did you hear so and so speaking about that?" You know what I'm saying? And I know it was a female that she had mentioned. I just forget the name, but it's insignificant. The point is, this is the vexing conversation that these people have around children with each other. You know what I'm saying? Where it's all Babylonian philosophy, man, right? Or so-called wisdom, you know, because of course, yeah, you know, children, the more children you have, the more you have to budget, the harder you probably have to work or whatever. But that's just because we're under this man's rulership, where you have so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? You Israelites, he has us disfranchised, you know, and then the only way you could make it is if you basically think of yourself, you know, which is what he teaches here too, individualism, you know, just think about yourself. You mix that with a couple big ass tablespoons of capitalism, and you get people just looking out for themselves, man. You know, no bringing each other up, helping each other out, so we could move forward, or none of that. You know, and I'm not even pushing that, because we know the only thing that we're pushing, the only thing that we're teaching and hoping for is the Lord, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. You know what I mean? Because we're looking for we're hastening and also looking forward for a place where righteousness one day is going to dwell forever, man. You know, and you don't get that here in Babylon, man. You know, so to me, you know, listening to that child, that was like, you know, because it could have been, it was an Edomite now, but I guarantee you that there's Jakes at that age or maybe older, thinking the same way, you know, thinking the same exact way, because it's not the first time I hear that subject, you know, in that manner being spoken about, man. I've heard grown adults speaking about this thing. I've heard young people, you know, in their 20s, early 20s, speaking about this. So it's something, it's a subject that definitely is mentioned and spoken about, you know, here in Babylon, man, and maybe even abroad, man. But, you know, you have to charge it to Esau, man, to these devils, man. Because if people here, or this economy was being ran righteously, and everybody was growing, you know, in not so much in wealth, right? But you know that a good amount of money coming in where you don't have to worry about stuff. The economy's well, everything's just doing good. If that was being ran efficiently and righteously, people wouldn't be having these type of conversations, okay? And you know, people could miss me with the whole there's not enough space, and you know, there's not enough you know, places to put these people, whatever. They just found a whole bunch of places for migrants that have been coming up here, you know. Also, we know that there's a bunch of rural places. Like this land is vast, okay? This land is very vast, so we can't believe what Esau's been trying to push about how this place is, you know, this it's overpopulated and all that. That's all BS, man. That's all bullshit, you know. If it was, it's because, or it seems that way because of the way this man rules this place, man. But without further ado, man, I just wanted to bring out a few scriptures and wrap this up, man. You know, because, like I said, man, we're under this man's rulership. You know what I mean? The world was given into the hands of the wicked, and the wicked is Esau, man. You know, pursuing from the book of Malachi, man. This is the book of Proverbs, however, chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay, if you're rejoicing, man, you're looking forward to, you know, gaining wealth, you know, maybe land, looking forward to, you know, being more fruitful so you could pass that land and that wealth to your youngins, to your babes, right? But that's just not the mentality that Babylonians have, and you know, and you have to throw Jake in that Babylonian mindset too, in that mix, because they have that mindset, the same mindset of their daddy, the devil, Esau, man, right? So it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's this is the scripture that came to my mind as that little girl was talking and as I was walking away. And her and the mother was having that dialogue, man. I was just like, wow, man, like even children are worrying about money, because it's so fucked up out here in Babylon that even if it wasn't about her having children in the future, kids are constantly being denied things that they want to get or want their parents to get because it's hard for everybody, man. You got Esau out here, living paycheck to paycheck and sometimes day to day. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people doing app jobs like myself, man, and I talk to these people all the time, man, and shit is really hard for everybody. I just recently saw a video with this Edomite lady. I know she don't know no hard times, but she filled up her back, the back of her truck with $600 worth of food, and when she puts the camera around and shows the food, it doesn't even look like it's more than $100. $600, and then she mentions that she only got one. I don't know exactly what meat she got, if it was beef or chicken or whatever, but she's like, oh, I just got one thing of meat and that's it. So she didn't buy the ground beef and the chicken strips and the whole chicken and you know what I mean, all these different things that you try to buy once or twice a month for your household, man. Because things are bad over here, man. The economy sucks out here, man. Okay, and the people are mourning, man. People are pissed off, man. That their money, their hard-earned tax dollars, with their hard-earned money that's turned into taxes, is being basically given to the 1948ers, to the Ukrainians. I think that stopped. I'm not 100% sure on it right now. And now they concentrating on these migrants that are coming over here, to for nothing, man. They're gonna come over here. This shit, it's a wrap over here, man. Now we know, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and what the scriptures say, that there's gonna be people being delivered out from over here, man. You got a lot of jakes that are coming up here, but in the midst of those jakes, you got these different nations that got beef with this place over here. You got the blue hats, man, right, from the United Nations. All right, you should know what I'm talking about when I say that, because it rhymes with United Nations. Okay, they're up here, man, and the things that are going on right now, or the way things are going right now, that like chaos is being ready to be broken out here, man, and all hell broken loose, basically, man. And all those people that are coming up here are gonna be caught up in the middle of all that. You know what I mean? Now the scriptures tell you when I forget. I think it's Jeremiah. That basically that the Jacob's trouble, man. They're gonna be. Jake is gonna be, or the elect is going to be saved out of it. You know what I mean? So it need be. I understand, and the brothers, you brothers and sisters that are in the know, you understand why those people are up here. You know what I mean? But to the rest of these Americans, man, it's like, yo, what the fuck are these people doing up here, coming up here, and all the money being given to them? Here it is. Jake is out here for decades, and they don't get shit. You know what I mean? Especially Judah, Benjamin, they got Levi in fucking airports and shit. They can't come up here. Like, yo, it's just crazy out here, man. But that's not to say that in some respects that Esau has like something like, how do I put it? Like Esau doesn't have anything, doesn't have a say that means anything, right? Because even though she says that, this is all prophesied for Esau to basically be diminished, man. You know what I mean? I mean, their women are lesbians, and if they're not lesbian, they're into Jake. You know what I mean? If they're not into neither, they're talking about not having no children because and I'm talking about adults now, right? Not having no children because they're expensive, and that'll change their whole lifestyle and make it worse for them or harder on them to finish school in many respects. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't really matter. These things are like prophesied. Like this is the book of Obadiah. I go straight to the point. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathens." All right. Thou art greatly despised. Okay, now that word small, man, when you read the scripture in the Hebrew, right, the word small comes out to basically mean being insignificant, right? But when you go into that word insignificant, you know what I mean, it doesn't only come out to like being unworthy or having no value or worthless, things like that nature, but it also has to do, a lot of other similar words have to do with an amount, right, or a number. And no doubt Esau is small, man, especially among the nations. You know what I mean? All the nations are more fruitful than these bastards, man. And they're the ones that push that whole, what is it? Abortion. You know what I'm saying? Is big. Eating, taking them Plan B pills. What are the other things that they take so they won't come out pregnant? I forget the term for it at the moment. Birth control. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Birth control. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the vaccination that people been getting for decades out here that probably prevent a lot of women from being able to come out pregnant, right? And they're just barren. So I mean, the Lord got these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord got these niggas, and no matter what, when you look at Jake going through worse conditions, we multiply no matter what, man. We fruitful as heck. You know what I'm saying? Now, the last scripture I want to leave you with is the book of Genesis, right? Chapter 9, verse 7. Because even though, the Lord's purpose was for Adam to basically go off, right, by following and doing as his wife asked him to do. You know what I mean? Because he loved her or whatever. The sole purpose of the Lord, man, after all said and done, man, and we're in the kingdom, is for his laws to stand, man, and for the things that he wanted his purpose to be in the beginning to actually take place and be established, man, and be the norm, right? So this is the book of Genesis chapter 9 verse 7. It says, and you be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. Okay, so we were supposed to multiply, man. Not only create other creatures, other like animals and stuff, right? But man, we're supposed to basically replenish, man, like fill the earth up with people, man. And what this devil tells you, man, you got your man Billy Gates of hell going on TED Talk talking about, the complete opposite of that, man. How if they do a good job through vaccinations, they could bring down the population of the people around the world significantly, man. You know what I mean? And they tried it. They did a little test run and they saw how many people fell off and are still falling off, man. But this devil's about to unleash, far worse. Man, I'm trying to choose my words right, so the lesson won't get clipped or nothing. But basically, man, if they said themselves, if you thought COVID, or you thought, what we the shutdown that we just went through last couple years, a few years ago, if you thought that was bad and the things that were happening to people were bad, this one's gonna really alarm you. This one is really gonna catch your attention. This is straight out of the horse's mouth, man. They were saying you can go and fact check this, man. So I mean, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Hey, man, the friendship of the world is enmity with God, man. You can't use the philosophies and carry yourself the way Esau pushes out here, man. Okay? Every man's a liar, man, except for the Lord himself, man. That's why man can't call us liars, because we go based on what the scriptures say, which is inspired by the Lord himself, man. You know? So I pray that the lesson was edifying, and in closing, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well, being great examples to us younger brothers, right? Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and a few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. Shalom.